Now, your Alaska Link weather for Juneau and Southeast.
Good evening and happy Monday. We made it to the halfway point of July, and July has really picked up that rainfall, especially here. Even looking at our last 5 days, we've received over even 2 to 3 inches of rainfall accumulation, bringing now our monthly total to over 5 inches of rainfall, giving us a surplus of nearly 3 inches. Now, with the wet conditions, we have kept those cooler temperatures, an average temperature that's nearly 1.5 degrees below normal. And we're going to continue to feed into this pattern here for much of the work week ahead. We're noting though that we've had some of the heaviest rainfall through this time period over the last few days, and that has led to some river rises. We can even see that over the last week we've had some spikes here along Jordan Creek, and it is continuing to stay just along that minor to moderate flood stage. So continue to note that many of the creeks and the rivers across the region continue to ride at high levels. Now there is some pullback, as what we are seeing is that some of the moderate rain showers here that we've been underneath are going to continuously come to an end through the overnight, as we'll hold on to a low of 56 degrees. And breaks in the rain will be possible throughout the week. So that's going to start to help some of those river levels, and we'll need to continue to monitor the concerns of needing a flood watch, as we do now have very saturated soils and those higher river levels. So one little area of a moderate pocket could bring back those flooding potentials. So although one flood watch here is going to expire, we may see another one return where we have some times of some more steadier rains that will last throughout this week. And then as we head towards the weekend, there is some potential of breaking up more of these rain chances, which would allow for some weekend warmth, as a high could even work its way back into the Gulf of Alaska, which could allow for us to return back to more of those steady and mild 60s that are more typical for this time of the year. Now for our tide forecast, high tide will be just around 10:23 in the morning and then 9:52 into the afternoon, where a high will just creep into those lower 60s, which about 63 is average for this time of the year. But it is July. When we get that sunshine, we can have those warmer days, at least more mild days, without the damp feel with these gray skies. And we see here Tuesday, it's not going to be a soaking day, but at least those scattered showers stay underneath those gray skies. By the end of the day is when our next plume of moisture starts to work its way in, and that will take us as we roll into Wednesday. So we'll have to continue to monitor the potential when it comes down to the rainfall accumulation. As you can see, that's still lasting into Wednesday morning. Very strong reflectivity there from areas especially Sitka, Juneau, Haines, up through Yakutat, as there is a growing potential there where we could add an additional inch to that forecast. Now, what you see for the forecast here is a lot of 2-inch markers. Note that this includes the rainfall that we have received today. So a forecast here that's showing that another very saturated round of rainfall, though, could still feed into what is already very saturated soil. So continuing to monitor those flooding conditions will be key as we roll our way through this week. Again, battling that cooler feel with those 50s, but by the weekend, we should start to break up more of those rain chances and allow for those temperatures to see a bit of a climb.